Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below. Your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a versatile automatic winding diver, the TAG Heuer Formula 1 automatic that combines motorsports and dive imagery and features. The timepiece is relatively thin, 43 millimeters in diameter by 12.2 millimeters thick. In that regard, it's competitive with the Rolex Submariner, one of the thinnest dive watches that you can buy. 48.5 millimeters lug-to-lug, it's 52.7 millimeters if you measure end link to end link across the case, and the spacing between the lugs is 21 millimeters. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You can see it has a nice full size. It spreads itself out across the wrist, but it fits well. I would recommend it for wrists as small as 14 centimeters circumference, and you can see it really is quite flat. So if you want to wear it as a dress watch or wear it with tight sleeves, it's going to fit underneath quite easily. Here's your over-the-top shot. Here's your down-the-barrel shot. The watch is substantial. It comes on a full stainless steel 3-link bracelet, nicely made. You can see it's primarily satin in finish, and it has squared off profiles at the edges, so the links look very blockish, chunky, masculine, sporty. Sometimes when you roll the edge of a flanking link on a bracelet and round it off, it can look more like a dress watch. Not here. Now you can see, in spite of the price point, we do have screws fixing the removable links, so that's a high quality feature I like to see on entry-level divers. You can see that the clasp itself is a single swing arm, and it's a trigger release here, so the trigger release ensures that there's no cheap stamped clamshell mechanism, which I can't stand. This is the better way to build a dive clasp, and I'm happy to see it. You can also see that there is a fold-out extension, and then there are 3 divots drilled internally where you can re-anchor the bracelet inside the clasp, and so that can be done with a strap tool, and you can minutely change the anchor point to move the bracelet in or out and size it more finely than if you were to use the screws. The case is simple. It's squared off on the end of its lugs. The lugs are fairly tapered, but they're integrated to the case band. The case band is all of high polish, and then the lug hoods are of satin finish. We have some stubby shear guards for the crown, which is double knurled and has a black band running through its center. You can see the TAG Heuer logo is satinated outboard. The rest of the crown is of high polish. The bezel features a handsome blend of satin and also of polish, and you can see that internally there's satin between the recesses of the bezel knurling. Outboard it's polished, and then on the top there is a circumferential concentric satin finish with black lacquer inside the recesses for the numerals and the figures. Let's listen to the bezel detent. It's 120 clicks, satisfying and chunky. It's very mechanical. As a result, it's a pleasure to use. A bad dive bezel can spoil even a good dive watch. In this case, the bezel is definitely up to par, feeling perhaps even a little bit more expensive than the watch's price class would lead you to expect. On the dial, we have a combination of blue, red, silver, and white elements. Small seconds, not super common for a dive watch, but not unheard of. You can see it is a caliber 6. We'll talk about what that means in a moment, but what I like is that all of the indices for the hours are applique, and so is the numeral 12. This is the price class where you might expect to see a printed dial having all applique steel rhodium-plated indices is lavish, I will say, for the price point, and pleasing. Now, screw out the crown. The watch is 200 meters water-resistant screw-down crown. Pull the crown out all the way. You can see there is a hacking or stop seconds function. We also have a quick set system, so you can rapidly reset the date should the watch run down or encounter an irregular length month. Flip it all over. You can see the watch has the checkered flag motif. To remind you, this is a Formula 1, and even though Formula 1 is a trade plied on racetracks above water, nevertheless, this is a diver in the Formula 1 family. And caliber 6 is either, according to TAG Heuer, a Sellita SW360-1 or an ETA 28952. Both of them are based on the 2892 design. They are the small second version with the date of the 2892. So you've got a 4 Hz beat rate, bidirectional winding, a 42-hour power reserve, stop seconds, the quick set date function, and thanks to the bidirectional winding, it doesn't have that unidirectional wobble or rattle that you'll get with something like an ETA WAZ2014.BA0842. So this is a watch that gives you a lot of value, and it's a timepiece that you can wear without care, as it is very comfortable and very pleasurable to use, whether it's your dress watch, your dive watch, or your all-arounder. Reach out to tmosso@thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details. Back with the TAG Heuer Formula 1 by night.